Hello everybody, this is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty, and we're jumping right into this Easter decor today. I have some of these little white flowers from Dollar Tree. I have one of these burlap bunnies from Joann's. Ribbon of choice. My ribbon comes from everywhere. Just pulled it out of my stash. I have some of these little styrofoam carrots from Dollar Tree and one of these wood ring or wood hoops from Dollar Tree. I'm also showing you the larger one that they have as well. And I have a paint stir stick. So we are going to start out by just cutting off the tag from this wood ring or wood hoop, whatever you guys want to call it. We're also going to take the burlap bunnies hanger off because this was a set of 3 or 4 and it was meant to be a garland, but of course we're going to do something else with it. And I'm just going to sit it on the paint stir stick and get a measurement of how long I need that paint stir stick to be. And we're just cutting that with the X-Acto knife, and then if you score it enough times, it will snap in half for you. Mine didn't snap as even as I wanted it, so I'm just trimming it up with my wire cutters. So now that I have the piece of paint stir stick that I want, I am just going to wood glue it and hot glue it and pop some staples in for extra security to this paint stir stick. I want to attach it to the wood ring after we fuss with this sticker and get that off of there. So now my little bunny has somewhere to sit. I have some way to attach him to this ring other than just attaching it to the bottom of the ring. I wanted it to have more stability. I needed a longer piece of wood behind it. And I did not hot glue it all the way down to the bottom of that stir stick. I'm leaving a gap there because that's where our bow is going to go. We're going to put some flowers and a bow at the bottom. And it's nice to have it sit down inside of that wreath. So here you see me looking at my ribbon. That bunny ribbon came from Joann's. The buffalo check and burlap came from Old Time Potter. And then the other burlap ribbon came from Dollar Tree. So we're just going to make our bow. I like doing different kinds of ribbon, doing at least 2 to 4 loops on either side to make my bow, and then just stacking everything together and tying it off with some jute cord. It just makes the best bow. And then you can take some strips of ribbon as well, dovetail those and pinch those in when you're tying everything together and make some nice tails or streams coming down from your bow. It really comes out nice. I keep thinking I want to get a bow maker. I made a bow maker actually. I have no idea where it is, but it worked pretty good considering I had no tools to make it with. I did everything by hand. It came out pretty good. Now, where is it? I do not know. I tie my bows with my hands, obviously, most of the time. So I don't use the bow maker, but I just wanted to see if I could make one. So this little piece of ribbon was not tied in with the jute cord. So I'm just going to go back in with some hot glue and glue it down. And you'll never know. Just fluffing. Always got to fluff your bows. It makes them so pretty as opposed to them being smashed down. You want to fluff them out and give them some life. So that's what I'm doing. You guys, while I'm fluffing this bow, I want to take this time to say thank you for stopping by my channel. I'm so blessed and happy as always to have you here. My new subscribers, welcome. Thank you for choosing Dee's Cute and Crafty. My ride or dies, my ones that have been with me from the beginning of my journey. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. This channel doesn't work if you're not here. It doesn't matter if you're not here. So I'm grateful. Thank you so much. So now that I've got it all fluffed out, and I'm still fluffing it some more, I'm going to hot glue it right down there in that little piece of stick that I left open, specifically just for this bow and those flowers. So I like to cut my flowers apart so I can get really good placement instead of just sticking the whole bunch in there. I like to cut them apart flatten them out a little more, and place them where I want. And we are going to staple these down using my Arrow, A-R-R-O-W, my Arrow stapler that I got from Lowe's, and it was under $20, and it's really, really a good staple gun. This isn't promoted in any way. I don't get any money for, promoting this staple gun or stapler, but it is very, very user friendly. I love it because it doesn't hurt my hands when I staple with it. So now I'm just placing my carrots around, just trying to see where I want them, because I wanted that little pop of orange. I'm going neutral and buffalo check, but I did want a little pop of color, and what better color to use than orange? So I'm just going to staple everything down and take my wire cutters and cut off the parts of the floral stem that I don't need. And sometimes my staples don't go all the way through to the wood because sometimes the wood's a little hard. So I just take my hammer and I hammer them down. And now that that's done, I'm just going to add some hot glue to that paint stir stick and glue down this bow. You guys, I didn't paint anything. What is wrong with me? I always paint something, but this DIY did not require it, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Is it my favorite? You know it is. I love this one, hands down I do. It's so pretty. You guys, as always, I need you to comment down below and let me know which one is your favorite of the three that I'm going to show you today. And there is a surprise at the end of the video, so you guys got to stick around so you can see what it is. I'll tell you before the end of the video. So I'm just going to hot glue those carrots down after I'm done fussing with placement. And this already has a hanger on it, so it is good to go, ready to be displayed. Quick and easy and super cute. Here she is, all done and ready to be displayed. I love it. All right, you guys, we are moving on to DIY number 2. And for this DIY, quite a few pieces, but it's still going to be quick and easy. I don't know what I'm looking around for, but anyway, you guys, I had a sweet subscriber ask me about the video where I lost all my footage. And she asked me, would I show you guys the footage in another video? So it's going to be in this video at the end. Now, moving on. We're going to be using some of the Waverly Ballet slipper that I actually changed the color of. I added some red to it. I have some more buffalo check ribbon. I have some of the little felt bunnies, and they came from Dollar Tree. They were meant to be a garland, but I am not going to use it for that. I have some of the buffalo check bunnies that came from Dollar Tree, meant to be a garland as well, but we're going to use it for something else. I have one of my Happy Easter wood signs, little words that came from Joann's or either Hobby Lobby. And I have 4 wood cubes. And I also have one of the Dollar Tree like table signs or shelf setters or whatever you want to call it. It says "This is us." We're definitely going to be changing that up a little bit. So I'm going in with my pink paint, and I'm just going to paint the Hello Easter all in one color. I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. And while it's drying, we're going to work on getting this table setter or this shelf setter, I don't know what you call these, this wood piece. We're going to work on getting it ready for the bunnies. Now, at first I thought, well, I can pull this off. This is coming off so easy. But then it wasn't. So I thought, well, I'll just peel it up. It's hanging over the edge, so I should be able to get a good grip on it, peel it up. Yes, I know I can spray it down with water and wait for about 5 minutes, and then I can scrape it off, or I can use my heat tool and loosen up that adhesive and scrape it off. I didn't want to. I did not feel like getting up, going to spray it down with some water, and actually 2 days ago, my hair dryer died because I was using an old hair dryer to dry my paint and heat things up with when I needed to. It's dead. I got to buy another one. Actually, I'm just going to buy a regular heat tool. So that is the reason why I struggled with this sticker or this paper. So I flipped it over like every good crafter does and used the other side. And I'm not painting this side. I like that wood, that brown wood coming through. I did go back, however, and paint the back of that white because that was hideous. I don't like that. So we made it nice and neat and painted it white. But this side, we left the brown showing through. And I'm just going to take that ribbon that fits perfectly. It's just dead center and it lets a little bit of brown show on either side. Love it. And I'm just going to staple it. Use my staple and staple that down. If I don't have to use glue, all the better. And then I'm just going to hot glue my Happy Easter to the center of that wood. Now I'm going to take my my felt. Oh my gosh, brain fart, couldn't think of the word. I'm looking right at it. I'm going to take my felt bunnies and also my buffalo check bunnies. I'm going to cut all of the ribbon off of there. And I'm just going to add a little wood cube to the back as close to the edge of the bunny as I can get it, because we're going to set these on top of this wood sign. Again, another quick and easy DIY. And I'm just looking to see how I want to put them in order. Do I want the buffalo check ones on each end with the felt ones in the middle? Do I want to go every other one and stagger them? So I'm just getting a feel for how I want them before I hot glue them down. And now that I figured that out, we're going to just glue everything in place. This one is just about done. As soon as you get your bunnies glued down and paint the back, then it is done. Oh, I lied. Y'all, I didn't mean to lie to you. Every good bunny needs a bow at the back of the neck. So we're just going to add some bows. I'm still using that fabric. I think it was some baby blanket, like a fleece baby blanket. It was pink with polka dots. I'm still using that fabric, and that's been in my stash forever. So I just made some little tiny pink bows for the white bunnies. I did a lace bow for the pink bunny, and I did jute cord for the buffalo check bunnies. And this one decided to pop off. I was pressing on it too hard. So when that happens, I remove all of the glue so that I can have a fresh new start. I scrape off all that old glue because you don't want to be trying to hot glue on top of old glue. Get rid of that. Make a nice, clean, smooth surface. Start over. And there it is. So easy and so cute. I like this one as well. I have a friend at work that loves black and white buffalo check, and it's in her kitchen, and she is going to love this one. And it's just enough bunnies for her family, too. I hadn't thought about that. How cute. Moving on to DIY number 3 and the last one of this video, we are still working with buffalo check ribbon, and I had to pull in some of this orange ribbon. I thought it was just amazing for this DIY. I have some of the black Chanel stems, and I also have some deco mesh tubing. I am still working with that little pink mesh baby blanket. I have one of the Dollar Tree signs, one of their farmhouse like vegetable signs. I don't even know how many years ago that came out, maybe 2, and it's been sitting in my stash. And I have some of this dust mop material, which is very, very messy, but perfect for this. So we're going to work through it. So that sign had a gouge in the back of it, and I just covered it with some spackle and then tried to sand it out. It's not going to matter because I'm going to sand this DIY anyway and make it look old, dirty, weathered. If it's not your thing, don't do it. This is just inspiration. Leave it nice, neat, and clean. But I like it to look rough, weathered, farmhouse, dirty. So that's what I'm going to do to it. So we're just going to give it a light coat of paint because we're going to scrape it off anyway. So you don't want to use too much because you don't want to waste. And then I'm just going to set that to the side. Allow it to dry since I don't have a heating or drying tool or heat dryer, whatever. I don't have one, a heat gun. So we're going to set that to the side. We're going to take this bunny frame. I've got those in my stash too, you guys. I said I got to start using these up. So I'm just going to trim out the ears. And I'm trimming out the inside as opposed to the outside because I want a smaller ear. I don't need anything super big. And I had to go through 3 pairs of scissors to finally get a pair that would cut through this dust mop. This is thick. So you guys, once you start cutting through this dust mop, if you've never used it before, it is a mess. It all starts to fall apart. But then you get to a point where it's sewn again. There's more sewing lines on the back, and then it starts to hold together. So if you find that it's falling apart, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. I'm just going in with some hot glue and closing up the ear. I'm just closing up the edges of it so that it doesn't keep falling apart. And then don't throw away the dust mop that you cut off. Save it for like stuffing for pillows or something. You could use it for snow for a Christmas DIY. So just, yeah, put it aside, put it in a bag, and keep that. So just trimming it up, getting it the way I want. And of course, you have to make 2 ears. So I did that, did the other one off camera. I thought I'd start my ribbon at the top, but realized I wanted it to finish at the bottom. So I want to start at the bottom and finish at the bottom because we're going to put a bow at the bottom. So if we have any edges that we don't want seen, we can cover it up that way. And all we're going to do is wrap this. I'm not going to sit here and have you watch me wrap this whole bunny frame. It's not rocket science. You guys can overlap and wrap the frame. So I'm just going to wrap a couple times and then I'm going to be done. Now I came back because I wanted to show you how I wrap the ear. I cover the point of the ear first and then I start wrapping down that ear. Get to the bottom and I'm just going to add some glue to the top of the bunny head, securing that piece of ribbon, and then work my way back up the top of that ear. And that's how I did it. Just going to add a little bit of hot glue and get that tacked down. Cut off the excess. And this is cute. You could leave it just like that and maybe add some flowers at the top or a bow at the bottom. And it's cute just the way it is. But I'm extra, so I have to do extra. And here I am roughing up that bunny face and sanding it down and just making it look rough and weathered. I'm going to take my pencil like I like to do and draw on a face. I took some of that little pink fabric and I cut out a little nose, just freehand cut the shape of a nose. It can be a complete circle if you want. It doesn't have to look exactly like mine. You guys do it the way you want. And I am drawing the eyes on in pencil so that, as you can see, if I mess up, I can erase it. And I'm going to draw on a little quirky mouth, not anything, precise, because again, we are going to sand this down a little more. So you just want something that's just whimsical. I decided to use the chenille stems instead of using the deco mesh tubing because I felt like it might be too big, it might be too much. I'm going to hot glue the nose in place, and then I am going to hot glue on the bunny whiskers. I'm going to take my Sharpie and fill in the eyes. And then we're just going to fill in the mouth and attach our whiskers. I wish I had white ones. You wouldn't see it as well, but I think it would look better if they were white because the black is a little bit more stark. But with the buffalo check, I think it pulls it off. But I would like some white ones, white whiskers. Just trimming back the chenille stems a little bit. And then I am going to hot glue the face onto the bunny frame. Adding a little more glue to the back because I saw a gap back there and we don't want that. And my cardboard. I don't think I can do anything without cardboard. I use it so much. But I wanted to fill in the bunny ears because we have to have some place to put our fabric. So I'm just going to hot glue those ears down, and then we're going to put our fabric on top of that. Just doing a little bit of cleanup of that glue. And I'm just going to add some glue to the fabric of the ear. You guys, I just realized there's a big orange carrot on this sign in the back. I didn't realize that until just now. So now that we have that cardboard glued to the ear, I'm just going to add a lot of glue in the middle and place those little fuzzy ear pieces in. And just tuck those inside. We're going to make his bow tie and we're going to be done. And all you need is a jute cord hanger to hang it up. And because, again, I wanted that pop of orange, I did want my pieces to be neutral today with little pops of color. I guess that orange is a big pop of color. But this bow is so cute, and I just had to put it on here. I love that it has carrots on some of the ribbon, the burlap and the polka dots on the other, and then the plaid on the other ribbon. I love it. I think it's cute. I think it's absolutely adorable, and just the pop that we needed for this bunny. And here he is. Isn't he just the cutest? I think so. Look at those ears. Nice and fluffy. So we're going to get into the final reveal of this video, and then we're going to go into the pieces that I made for the other video where I lost the footage. So here's the final reveal of everything I made for you today. You guys, If you enjoyed this video, leave me some carrots. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Big fat thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. You guys know how I feel about you. I love talking to you in the comments. I love sharing little tidbits about Howard and I. And I'm glad you guys ask. I'm glad you want to know. Some channels, their subscribers, I've seen it in the comments where they're like, I don't come here to hear all of your personal stuff. I came to watch the DIY. And I thought, oh, well, not personally my channel. I haven't had anybody tell me that as of yet. But I have read on other people's channels and in the comments. And I thought, well, that's just kind of sad because I would like to know the person that I'm watching on a personal level if they want to share. So you guys let me know. If I'm telling you too much, I'll stop. But I hope I'm not because I enjoy talking to you. These are so cute. I love all the buffalo check that I did in this video. Now, these are the ones coming up right now that I lost the footage for. I made a utensils pouch, the little bunny with the carrots. You can put your knife, fork, and spoon in that. You could use it as a gift card, but it was intentionally made as a utensils pouch. I did a bunny crossing, changing the little chicks into bunnies because they like carrots too, and they're just trying to get over to the carrot patch. So I made a sign using one of the Dollar Tree long signs, and I did a bunny crossing, changing the chicks into little bunnies. I thought that was just cute. And then I took some of the tile that Dollar Tree has. I love using that because it always comes out so pretty. It always looks high end. And I took one of the wood carrots, one of the large ones, and I used it as a template and just traced out that tile, attached it to the wood carrot, painted it orange, went over it with some white, added some greenery and a bow, a little bunny in the middle, and it was just perfect, just like that. So yeah, this is the footage that I lost, but I'm glad that somebody cared enough and they wanted to see what I did make, even though the footage isn't here. Thank you so much for that. That's really sweet. Craft something beautiful. Bye.